I've been with Maze for 55 years, more than half of my life. The journey was just amazing. We went from Maze to TMF, and now we're Maze, the music forever.
Who came up with the hand logo? Because that hand logo, anytime you saw it, like I'd walk in the record store and I'd see this, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's Maze.
That was the art director at Capitol Records. Yeah, he came up with the hand. It's a 7-fingered hand. You could go in at the thumb and come out at the last finger. It was a great addition to us putting out the record and the album. Like you said, anytime you see it, the logo speaks for itself. You know it's Maze.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jabari Warfield here for Jazz and Other Vibes, my podcast bringing you smooth jazz and R&B from today and back in the day. Don't forget to check me out Wednesday nights on KAZI 88.7 FM as well. You can also check out my YouTube channel, some great interviews on there, and also check me out on Mixcloud.com. You'll be able to hear the audio from some of the interviews that I've done. This interview for me is very soul-stirring because I get a chance to talk to gentlemen who are part of a musical legacy. You're familiar with Frankie Beverley and Maze. They've got just a ton of great hits and have inspired a lot of musicians all across the world, from R&B all the way to hip hop. And now the legacy continues. And I'm so proud and so blessed to be able to welcome two members of Maze TMF, Maze the Music Forever, which is the new chapter in the history of Maze. All right. We've got Roame and also Chris Walker joining us. And gentlemen, I'm gonna thank you in advance for your time, man. This does a lot for my heart, so I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thrilled to be here.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. All right, Roame. So let's start with you because you're the original member of the band. How did things get started? How did Maze come from? Because you guys were on the East Coast and then you moved out to L.A. How did all that start?
Well, I met Frankie in 1969, and I met him through the bass player. Then they were the Butlers, and he was going to a boarding school, and he said, when I'm not in school, I play downtown at this club. And at that time, I was a jazz head, and I played the flute. So I went and saw them and sat in. And of course, the flute wasn't required then. They were the Butlers, which is that doo-wop era. And instead of Frank saying, hey, man, it's nice to meet you, never see me again, there was an immediate connection. I mean, it was just, when you meet somebody and it's like a kindred spirit, someone that you felt like you've been knowing. And then he asked me, is there anything else you could play? And I was playing congas and I could sing. And the rest is history. I mean, he was, I say this in a lot of interviews that I do, there's angels in your life throughout that life's journey. And Frank was definitely an angel. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And I love him to death. We were very close. He was my best friend and my brother. We lived together. And that journey from the Butlers, from Raw Soul, we were in Philly in 72. And we left Philly and went to the Bay Area. We had some gigs lined up. The gigs fell through. So it was some rough times in the Bay Area around 73, 74 even. We started working in San Francisco, and Jan Gay's sister, which was Jan was then married to Marvin. She was a regular. She loved the band, and she would tell Marvin to come up. He should check us out. And Marvin went out his way, and he came up and saw the band, loved the band, but hated the name Raw Soul.
Now you talking about Marvin Gaye, right? Okay.
Yes, yes, Marvin Gaye. Yeah, absolutely. And we kicked out some names, and I came up with the name Maze. He then had a hand in getting us our first record deal with Capitol Records. He was a friend of Lark and Arnold, which was the A&R guy then. And we recorded our first album in '76. And it was just, my journey is surreal. I've been with Maze for 55 years.
Wow.
More than half of my life. So, but the journey was just amazing, pardon the pun. It was incredible, an incredible journey. And we went from Maze to TMF, and now we're Maze, the music forever.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Okay. So who came up with the hand logo? Because that hand logo, anytime you saw it, like I'd walk in the record store and I'd see this, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's Maze.
Yeah, that was the art director at Capitol Records. Yeah, he came up with the hand. It's a 7-fingered hand, which was 7 guys in the band. And it was an authentic Maze. You could go in at the thumb and come out at the last finger. So, yeah, it was a great addition to us putting out the record and the album. Like you said, anytime you see it, the logo speaks for itself. You know it's Maze.
Exactly. It looks like unity. It looks like love. It looks like power.
Yeah.
It looks like a blessing, because that's the first thing we see. When we see somebody, we shake their hand, or if somebody needs a hug, that's the first thing you do. You put your hands on them and you give them a hug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was very symbolic.
Oh, no question. No
Mhm.
question. Continuing on with this particular part of, or this particular journey in the new aspect of what Maze is doing, since you are the last original member, I should say.
Mhm.
What are your hopes for Maze in this chapter?
Well, what we want to do is what we've been doing as long as I've been around. We just want to play. That's what we want to do, and be exposed to the culture. We've also created a Maze culture. So we just want to add on to that. We're going to continue to play the Maze music. Most of our set, at least 95% of it, are those songs that you know and love. So we're going to continue that legacy and play those songs, all the hits. Before I let go is a Maze anthem. And that's
Yeah, it is.
everywhere you go, clubs, parties, weddings, but great song. And we're just going to continue. We just want to play. That's it. We love playing because we love what you give us in turn is just magical. They sing all the lyrics. You don't have to sing. They're singing along with you. It's like going to a great church. You know what I'm saying? It's just a special time. You see everyone up dancing, having a good time. And that's what we want. We want them to leave in a joyful spirit. You had a great time, you're dancing, and that takes you away from everything that you're involved in, all of the things that you have to worry about for that hour or so. It's so joyful, and we could see the looks on their faces and to give us the love back. So that's it. It's nothing more we want and enjoy than to see our fans giving us that love. I mean, it's so special, and we don't take that for granted. We love our fans. We have a tremendous fan base. We haven't had a record out in over 30 years, we still sell out everywhere we go.
And that's what I've always found fascinating about Maze is that y'all haven't, you know, with all due respect, you haven't had any records out, but you'll sell out a concert in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that just shows the power of the music. It shows the power of love, shows the power of music and the strength of the writing and playing and the direction.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right, Mr. Walker, you have had your own career. You played with Regina Belle. I've seen you with Al Jarreau. You've got, I think, at least 4 or 5 of your own releases. And now you're part of Maze TMF. What does this mean for you? What does this mean for your career? What does this mean for your life?
Well, you know, it means a lot because I was initially exposed to Frankie and Maze back in 19, I believe, 86, 87. I was Regina Belle's music director, and one of her first tours, we opened for them for approximately a year. And you know, I was singing a duet in the show with her, and many nights I would look side stage, and that would be Frankie standing there listening. And oftentimes he came up to me and he said, "You know, young man, you have a great voice. Keep doing what you're doing. One day you're gonna make it." So it's really amazing how God has orchestrated this in such an amazing way, and I'm truly honored to well, I don't know if I'm carrying the torch or what I'm doing, but carrying on the legacy, and I'm just truly honored to be in this position, and I'm happy that the guys chose me because trust me, there are a lot of people out there that they could have selected, and you know, they chose me, so I'm grateful.
That I think is just speaks volumes, right? And I think a lot of people um, we don't want to miss that music. You know, I've had a chance to speak to folks, uh, you know, my age, my generation, and folks in the generation past, which of course have heard of Maze's music, whether they've heard it in a sample, whether they've heard it in Beyonce's music, or whether they've heard their own folks playing it, you know, for the cookout or the Saturday
Right.
morning cleanup. You know what I mean? Maze goes on, and it's so important to keep that music in the ears of folks. So that's a definitely, this is a beautiful thing, man. It really, really is.
And he's
I
being,
understand you guys are. Oh, go ahead. Go
he's
ahead. Yes.
being modest. This man, and I tell him often, this voice, he has wings on his voice. I mean, what a beautiful combination. And he came in and he fit right away, which is not always what happens. You know, it takes time. You got to blend, you got to fit in, you got to get to know everybody. It was different with him. He came in and fit, and ever since he's just been killing it. I mean, he's been doing a fantastic job, and we love him so much. We're just blessed
Thank you,
to
my
have
brother.
him.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, bro got skills. He can do his thing. He can do his thing.
Yes, sir.
So, question: are you guys going to do? Are you going to stick with the hits? Are you going to go into the studio and do any recording of anything new now that this is part of the legacy? And this is like a legal thing, from what I understand. You guys have the ability to go in and re-record or record music, re-record it, do it on tour, etc.
Well, we actually we recorded as TMF the Music Forever Volume 1 prior to signing the exclusive licensing agreement. But now we will probably go back and revisit and possibly re-release some of those hits with the new configuration, and then and see where it takes us. Because, like you said, that music has to live on forever, and we're not trying to quote unquote necessarily recreate what Frankie did, because no one can. But we're going to put our spin on it, and as the new face of Maze, and keep the music moving forward. So that's the goal.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Now you guys are getting ready to, I believe in October, you're going to be playing some dates. I think you're going to be doing a Tom Joyner cruise, and also out in Atlanta, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Tom Joyner cruise, and then the show in Atlanta is with Jeffrey Osborne. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's some good stuff there. That'll work.
Yeah.
That will work. All right. The website is mazetmf.com. And fellas, I want to thank you for your time and appreciate y'all. Number one, thank you for carrying on the legacy, because this music needs to live in the ears of my kids, right? I have two, and I want to make sure I've already put Michael Jackson in my son's ear. So, musically speaking, of course. So it's like, okay, yeah, this is Michael Jackson. You got to know who Michael Jackson is. So, this is a beautiful thing, man. And I am so appreciative of, number one, the fact you're doing this, and also appreciate you guys, appreciate your time. And we look forward to more great music from Maze, as Maze TMF, and as we continue on this journey. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Again, mazetmf.com is the website. So Roame, Chris Walker, thank you guys so much for being on.
And before
I
we
certainly
go,
appreciate it, man.
I'd like to thank you for being a fan and supporting us throughout this journey. That means a lot to us. Like I said earlier, without the fans, there's no Maze.
Yeah. And also, since we made the announcement, it has been overwhelming. The support has just been overwhelming from people in the industry, a lot of radio personalities, and we're just truly grateful that everyone is embracing this.
I almost forgot to ask, how has it been received? Because I know some people say, okay, well, y'all are Maze, but y'all ain't Frankie and Maze. But and some people are like, please keep this music alive. It's so important. It really is.
Yeah. What I think they love about what's happening with us now is we're going to continue, and we play the songs. And who else to play it rather than the cats that have been there for decades? So again, we're going to continue that legacy, continue playing Maze songs, and give you nothing but music and love.
And of course, it's obvious. No one, I don't care who it is in the world, can replace Frankie. That's not going to happen. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to do the best that I can do with the gifts that God has given me. So I give 1,000% on stage, and so far, every concert we've done, the audiences love what we're giving them, and we get standing ovations, and it turns into a party. So we're doing something right by the grace of God.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. That works. That works. And that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And thank y'all for continuing this legacy and not letting it just be on record. It needs to be in people's faces. It needs to be in arenas and stadiums and, clubs and wherever else you guys get. And I wish you all the luck, all the best, and the blessings that God can give you to keep this going.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Chris Walker and Roame from Maze TMF. Thank you guys for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. All right.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.